They have the muscular keeping of their position. Listen to me, these are kidneys. They are placed on the posterior wall. You can see right kidney is placed below than the left kidney, do you see? And they have the muscular bed. From, do you see, lower, do you see, inferior polar is pressed from lower to above by psoas major muscle. From iliac crest, look please here, from iliac crest to the 12th rib directs the lumbar, quadrate lumbar muscle. Quadrate lumbar muscle does, do you see, bed, and from lower, do you see, the back of the lower back of the bed is psoas major muscle. This is muscular keeping of the kidney. Another, in front of the kidney are placed many organs. They press to the back the kidneys. Another, in the abdominal cavity, we have abdominal pressure. It keeps the kidney also. Also, look please here, from aorta into the kidneys, horizontal, direct the arteries. From, do you see, kidneys into the inferior vena cava will direct the veins. They are located horizontally because they also keep the level of the position of the kidney. Another, I said you, the kidney has muscular bed. Yes? No, for example, you sleep at home on the sofa. Yes? And by your sleeping, you rotate. And you can rotate, by rotation, you can change its position. You can be, do you see, to the back, you can be outside from back. What if the, do you see, the base of the sofa is very strong, sometimes you, by rotation, can fall down, do you see? But for the comfort sleeping, very often you cover the sofa by any soft material. Yes? Listen to me. All this, do you see, lumbar, quadrate lumbar muscle is covered by fat. This fat, do you see, is called adipose capsule. And when the kidney joins, it prominence into the tissue of the fat. Do you see? And because if it by its, do you see, body prominence and does depression, because this adipose capsule, this external capsule of the kidney, which, do you see, also for the keeping of the kidney. Did you understand? Listen to me, this adipose capsule, sometimes it can be very biggest, and it from, do you see, back can contain, do you see, laterally, but every time from back, adipose capsule enters by hilus, and do you see, here it will prominence into this, do you see, chamber of the kidney, which is called sinus. Do you see the yellow color? This is prominention of the adipose capsule. This is kidney. Behind adipose capsule, it enters through the hilus inside, and do you see, this will be keeping object. Also, you can see kidney has transparent superficial pocket. Transparent. No, its distance, do you see? No, in, do you see, 10% bigger than the distance of the kidney. And it does pocket here, and it does pocket for the opposite kidney, and by upper polar it continues from right to left. It is called renal fascia. Renal fascia. Renal fascia. And another, you can see, another renal fascia, do you see, if, do you see, it continues from one kidney to the another kidney, it is for the keeping object also. But one kidney is located below than the another, but no, from superior polar, 1/2 centimeter is not problem. Did you understand?
Inferiorly, it is free.
Why? This will be pocket, do you see, compact pocket, do you see, in 10 distance of which it 10% bigger, but no, it will be free because it doesn't join compactly, do you see? But it covers the whole kidney, but from superior polar, one pocket continues to the opposite kidney. You can see another fibrosous tissue. Now look here, this is fibrosous capsule. But fibrosous capsule, it joins compactly. Do you see? Now I will try, do you see? We separated it. No, now I will show you how it joins. Do you see? Do you see? Now I will try to separate it. Everywhere by showing we separated. Now I want to separate it. The kidney is also parenchymatous organ because the fibrosous capsule, it doesn't keep by positions kidneys, but it stores the shape of the kidney. Did you understand? Because it is soft and it joins compactly because it does the stores the shape, or does the shape. You can see from externally, the kidney has 3 coats. This will be adipose capsule, this will be renal fascia, and this will be fibrosous capsule. Kidney, this is parenchymatous organ, which
Madam, when you say about the iliopsoas major and quadratus,
this is from this is quadrate lumbar muscle from iliac crest to the 12th rib.
like here, how does it present?
My dear, here it cannot be. It is the organ. You can see here will be quadrate lumbar muscle. Do you see? You can see 12th rib will be to the back, crest will be so in front because muscle is placed so obliquely. It does back.
Okay.
Do you see? It is placed
And
like
the
here.
posterior surface.
Did you understand?
Okay.
Kidney is parenchymatous organ which divides into the cortex. Do you see? This is soft gray color. Do you see? And do you see? And the medullary part. This is contrast. Do you see? Black color. Do you see? No, black or gray color. Contrast gray color. This, do you see? Medullary part, which has contrast color. It is formed by some portions which are called pyramids. You can see this is one pyramid, this is base, this is tip, this is another. The base, do you see, joins to the cortex, the tip directs to the sinus. This space is called the sinus. The number of the pyramids which complete into the medullary part, they are called pyramids, but they complete into the whole medullary part, the number of which can be from 6 till 12. And listen to me, cortex, prominence between some pyramids, and do you see, and this prominence of the cortex between pyramids is called renal column. You can see tips of the pyramids. Now I will show you. They will open. Do you see? This is tip of the pyramid. Do you see? It opens into this vessel. Do you see? Into this vessel. These are called lesser calyces. Keeps for the T. Do you know? Lesser calyces. You can see the number of the lesser calyces doesn't accord the number of the pyramids. Because sometimes, no, here I don't see, sometimes 2 pyramids, sometimes, for example, 2 pyramids will open into the same calyx. Do you see? Because number of the lesser calyces can be from 6 till 8. Lesser calyces will collect by 2 or by 3 and will complete into the greater calyces. Now I will try to find. This is vein. Do you see? This is not. This is vein. This will be, do you see, is cutting. Now it's better here. You can see, do you see, this is cortex. Do you see, these are pyramids. Do you see some pyramids by 2 or by 3 open into the same calyx? You can see this is lesser calyx. Do you see? You can see here is, do you see, 2 pyramids open into the lesser calyx. 1 lesser calyx, do you see? Another lesser calyx, they complete into the greater calyx. You can see this will be greater calyx. Now I will show you here. This is, do you see, greater calyx, this collection of the some lesser calyxes, and this is greater calyx. The greater calyxes, you can see here, they exit, do you see, and they complete into the wider region, which is called pelvis, renal pelvis. From renal pelvis begins ureter. You can see lesser calyces, do you see, by 3, by 4 will complete into the greater calyces. Do you see, greater calyces will complete into the renal pelvis. Number of, you can see, do you see, 1 lesser calyx, another lesser calyx, another lesser calyx, they complete into the greater. Do you see? And this is another greater. They will complete into the renal pelvis. Renal pelvis. From renal pelvis begins the ureter.
This comes from the both side.
Yes, from all sides,
Both
yes.
side.
But number of the greater calyxes, very often two, which complete into the pelvic box. Sometimes can be three. Sometimes can be three. Listen to me. Here is a renal sinus, where will be calyxes, pelvis, and where do you see will enter the, do you see, arteries, where will enter the arteries from aorta, do you see, and where will exit the veins. Here will be arteries, veins, nerves, lymphatic vessels, lesser, greater calyxes, and renal pelvis. They will be in this space,
Renal
which is
sinus.
called renal sinus. Did you understand? This is renal sinus, and this is renal pelvis, because don't mix. Did you understand? You can see the following. Give me material for washing of the blackboard. I will do see, take out the water. In the table, inside in the table, try to find the material for cleaning of the blackboard.
Pen and pencil.
You can see this is the kidney. You can see. Here will be one pyramid, another pyramid, another pyramid. This will be one pyramid, another pyramid, for example, another pyramid, two pyramids. This will be one, this will be another, this will be another. This will be lesser calyx. Do you see? Lesser calyx. Do you see? Lesser calyx is complete into the greater calyx. Do you see? This will be common greater calyx. Here, do you see, two pyramids will open into the one lesser calyx. Do you see? Here will be, for example, individual lesser calyxes. Here will be another individual lesser calyx. They will complete into the greater calyx. Greater one, greater another, they will do renal pelvis. From renal pelvis, do you see, exit ureter, exit ureter. This will be cortex, this will be renal columns. Do you see? You can see. Give me red color. This will be the kidney. Into the kidney from abdominal aorta, into the kidney enters renal artery. Renal artery comes to the hilus and divides into the superior polar, central, and inferior polar arteries. From medially, do you see, look at me, they will go to the peripheral and by radial direction will subdivide, do you see, many times. Each from this will subdivide again, and by distal divisions will come into the cortex. In the cortex, very distal arteries, they communicate by arc arteries. From these arc arteries begin afferent vessels. These afferent vessels will have the condition of the arteriole. Arteriole, this is distal division of the arteries. You can see in the cortex we have micro object which is called Bowman capsule. This will be Bowman capsule. This is very biggest increase in some, do you see, no, in 500 times I increase, do you see, this object. This will be Bowman capsule, do you see, which has, do you see, compact external, do you see, layer, and do you see, incompact internal layer. Here, do you see, enters this arteriole, which is called afferent vessel. Afferent vessel. afferent vessel. And arteriole through the precapillary will divide into the capillaries. Listen to me. Here, for example, here by this square, we have very widest net of the capillary, which gives for the all tissues oxygen, directs out dioxygen, gives things for nutrition, and takes things from metabolism. But here, this afferent vessel, it enters into the capsule and has very smaller volume for the division into the capillaries, because capillaries will collect into the compact tangel. And and capillaries, after production of this tangel, will collect into the efferent vessel. Efferent vessel. Why this vessel is called afferent? This is arteriole, do you see? And why this vessel is called efferent? Because this capillary tangel is very compact. It doesn't contact with tissues for which it will give oxygen. Because here came oxygenated blood and here exits oxygenated blood. Because he didn't find for whom it will give dioxygen. You can see here will be between internal layer and external layer space, from which will begin to see canal, which is not direct, which is not straight. Do you see? It will, indirect. It will produce, many loops. It's called proximal convolute canal. It continues below, Continues below, and near it passes through the renal column. It rotates, This is called proximal convolute canal. This will be Henle loop. And here will be, distal convolute canal. Listen to me, distal convolute canal comes, and is located through the short distance from afferent vessel and rotates, expands and does direct tube, which is called direct or intermedial tube, and it opens into the collective tube. Here we have opening of the sound, of the direct tubes into the collective tube. Collective tube comes to the tip of the pyramid and will open by opening. Here will be another opening of the another collective tube. Here we have some hundreds of the,
These are from other part of the...
Do you see? This is one part, it opens. This is another same. This is another same. The some thousands, of the tube. Do you see? And you can see, and each collective tube, which will be collection of the direct tubes, it open on the tip of the pyramid. This collection of these opens is called the renal papille. Renal papille, it prominence into the lesser calyx. This is one lesser calyx. No, this, for example, will be another lesser calyx. Do you see? And they will collect into the greater calyx. Do you see? You can see this, efferent vessel, it took, oxygenated blood. Do you see this vessel? It took oxygenated blood. But it brought oxygenated blood and things for nutrition for the tissue. Because what it does? It, by second time, divides into the capillary net. This capillary net, it covers, the proximal and distal convolute canal. You can see the division of the afferent vessel into the capillary tangel and division of the efferent vessel into the capillary net, which covers proximal and distal canal. It is called feritary blood supply of the kidney. Feritary blood supply of the kidney. Because the vessels divide twice into the capillary level. Did you understand? But look please here. You can see this is afferent vessel and this is efferent vessel. Diameter of the afferent vessel in 2.5 times more than the diameter of the efferent vessel. Because through the one moment, here came the some portion of the blood, and you see through this moment exits portion of the blood in 2.5 times lesser. Because here in the capillary tangent increases the pressure. And pressure through the transparent walls of the capillaries, pressure